the creators of Relevant Magazine. It's the Relevant Podcast.
Keeping on the outside, glimmer in the moonlight, only shadows tell where we are, creeping on the edge of the dark. We feel warmth in the cold corners, eyes in the back of our heads. We roll out when the day's over, chasing silhouettes. When it all goes up in flames.
It's the week of Friday, March 20th, 2015, and it's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and this week's show is brought to you by Stamps.com. Computers are designed to make running a business easier, Eddie.
Really?
Now that you're working from home.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know. Including mailing and shipping. You can use Stamps.com to get 24-hour access to the post office right from your computer. No waiting in line, no hassles. You just use your computer and printer you already have to get official U.S. postage for any letter and any package. You print the postage directly onto envelopes, labels, and even plain paper, and then hand it to your mail carrier. No guesswork. They send you a digital scale that automatically calculates the exact postage you need for any class of mail, and you never have to go to the post office again.
What do you mean plain paper?
Like, you could print out a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper with postage on it and just tape it onto something.
Like, I
there
see.
it goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. It's not like you write a letter and you're like, I don't care who reads this. Just top right, I'm going to have them print a stamp.
Yeah.
Off it goes to grandma.
Off it goes. The one thing about never going to the post office again, how are you going to know who's wanted in your area?
Well, I look at myself. It's me. I'm the only one.
Isn't that the only purpose of the post office now, is those wanted posters?
I think that's...
Is that the only place they display those around town?
I Google wanted posters every day
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
just to stay up to date on who's wanted.
Here's my question. If those guys were so bad, how come they just didn't hold on to them when they took their picture?
Hi-oh.
That is a great
Waka
question.
waka.
Waka waka.
Right now,
We need to lock those guys up and throw away the key forever.
Right now, use promo code RELEVANT when you go to Stamps.com for a special offer. You get a no-risk trial plus a $110 bonus offer, including a digital scale and up to $55 of free postage. Don't wait. When you go to Stamps.com, before you do anything else, there's a little microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Click on that, type in RELEVANT, and get that free trial. There you go. Okay, like I said, I'm Cameron. Here with me in our brand new Orlando studio, Eddie Big Cat Koffel.
Nice to see you, man.
Are you tired today?
No.
little tired?
Do you
No?
feel like I'm tired?
You're dragging. You seem dragging.
No, I'm not. That's
you
a
look
feeling.
pretty ragged, Eddie.
You look terrible.
No, I don't. None of you believe that.
Over there on the ones.
Have you had the flu?
Have you? What's going on? You got some sort of like terminal thing?
Someone call the hospital.
Over there on the ones and twos and threes and fours, our illustrious producer, Chad Michael Snavely.
Hello, friends.
On the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
And all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, Tyler Huckabee.
Hey guys,
Nice, Tyler. It's good to have you.
I was debating going back to
everybody.
my sup nerds from a few weeks back, but
Sup, nerds.
I think
A
people
lot of
want
people
the
were
hey,
offended
guys.
by that.
That little moment of hesitation right in the hello,
I
it
had
just
to
wrecks
call it.
everything.
I had to call it on the spot.
We have a great show in store today. Coming up later, Judah Smith actually joins all of us live on the show.
That's cool.
So none of those pre-recorded one-on-one interviews.
None of those interviews I enjoyed like so much. Let's all get in on it.
Boring, Eddie.
Ugh, I don't want a half hour with Judah Smith.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You guys even need me for if you're not going to do it pre-recorded interviews anymore.
Yeah.
And then,
And wait.
Speaking of which, we have one of your pre-recorded interviews. We talked to the Last International,
thank God.
a great band coming up that Tyler talks to. It's gonna be fun. Before we get started, a little update. A couple days ago was the very momentous national holiday, my birthday. So Jesse came down, and Eddie and Jesse and another one of the guys who works here, John David. We went to the Orlando Magic Cleveland Cavaliers game. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse and I were given floor seats by the Magic.
Right.
We were sitting directly across from the Orlando Magic bench on the floor, and it was a pretty awesome experience.
It really was. I will say this. Coming into it, I was planning to talk a lot more smack than I did. But when you realize just how close in physical proximity you are to these people, especially LeBron James, who is a massive human being, and you can literally reach out and touch him, I got a little apprehensive there at the moment. It's like I can't think of another normal social scenario where I would just be in arms race with someone.
Jesse, hold on. The entire relevant staff
Sorry to bother you.
has come in right now.
Wow.
With a single cupcake.
Thank you.
That was pretty beautiful.
They're better at making a magazine than singing. I will say.
That's pretty horrible, everybody.
That was really beautiful.
Harmonies.
What kind of cupcake is it? Just for our own. Okay.
There we go. Thank you. What is it? What kind is it?
It's orange creamsicle.
Orange creamsicle cupcake.
Does everybody get one?
Or is it just?
No, you have to split that cupcake.
Kind of probably.
You have to split that cupcake among 25 people.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Sorry, Jesse's funny story
Jesse
got
was in
cut
the
off.
Jesse was in the middle of some really
Thanks
interesting.
a lot, guys.
Jesse hates you all.
Jesse had a hot take.
Thanks, everyone.
Sidelined.
Bye, everybody that makes the
Bye.
magazine.
That was awesome. Thank
Nice
you.
review.
I forget other people work here besides us, guys. That was a nice reminder.
Wait, now, Cameron, when you say staff,
Hey,
what are you referring to?
Hey, Chad. Between us, how do we get a lock on that door so that kind of
Never ever happens again.
you get out of our clubhouse?
So Jesse, I have to admit, I kind of thought you were going to be a guy just kind of entertaining our whole section, yelling funny quips the whole game, and he just sat there.
He was intimidated
and ate his snacks and quietly enjoyed himself.
Well,
I will say I thoroughly enjoy myself because literally whatever you ask the waitress to bring you in that section, they bring you.
They bring you.
And like I told Cameron in like this lounge area where he was making fun of the amount of cookies I jammed onto my plate. He was like, you don't have to eat everything back here. They'll bring stuff to you. So they brought me a cookie while I'm sitting there, and it wasn't just like a little Chips Ahoy. It was a massive, like hot, huge cookie that I think they freshly baked. It was like made to order just for me. It was pretty spectacular.
But it's like it was a real dilemma for us because we were both in that kind of like mini buffet area, right? Because it wasn't just one buffet,
Yeah.
and so it was really like we were strategizing, like, how are we going to do this? Because I mean, do we just hit this one hard?
You have the carving station, you have the soft serve bar, you have the fajita bar, you have the hamburger bar.
You have the massive wall of snacks.
I didn't even show them the.
Oh no, we saw the.
Did you?
It's a 7-Eleven.
It's a 7-Eleven. You just walk up, grab whatever full-size candies you want.
That's second half right there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where you
And-
just go.
See,
But
Chad and I.
podcast listeners know like how much I love candy and sweets, and it's really hard when I just see it free at my. I can take as much as I want to show any restraint at all. That was very difficult.
It was almost too much choice, like for you. I felt like you shut down a little bit and just sat down in your seat quietly.
He did. And even the lady who brought him the big cookie, I ordered that for him. I knew he would want it and enjoy it. He shut down. And
Yeah.
I said, you know what, bring this man a cookie. And she brought him a large cookie.
I felt like I was abusing the privilege almost.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's included in the ticket price. You're not abusing anything.
I want you to bring me one cookie every single time someone scores.
And I want someone to put it in my mouth and grab the bottom of my jaw and push it up and down and
Right.
chew it for me.
You feed me.
Late in the third quarter, the waitress comes around and she goes, it's last call. Do y'all want anything? And we go, no, we're good. And she goes, you want another cookie? I mean, she's like,
Oh, she knew Jesse
One
was a
for the
cookie
road.
guy.
Right. Maybe just
You
a
saw that light.
Who doesn't want a traveling cookie?
it was fun.
I consumed probably 9 cookies that game, though.
Good grief,
And
Jesse.
one of them was huge.
Yeah, he's not kidding. Like he was cutting them in half and stacking them like sandwiches. Like
A cookie sandwich is one of the best sandwiches you can make, which you guys know the recipe for that. It's like a cookie is the bread and then a cookie in the middle. So it's basically 3 cookies stacked up, but you can't go wrong. It's probably the
I
best.
just been putting like turkey and avocado and lettuce between mine. That sounds
good.
way better.
It is. It's healthier.
Now, Cameron, you actually got recognition for your work taunting the other team.
that is true. The next day, Luke Ridnour texted me and he goes, because we weren't in our normal seats, right? So whenever the players or the ball would come to our corner, I would stand up and jaw at whoever was defending the Magic player. Or I would jaw at the Magic player who was, anyway, I was just always yelling at whoever was in our corner. And the next day, Luke texted me, he goes, I saw you talking trash to LeBron and Perkins. Good job.
Yeah.
So,
It was incredible to see LeBron play, though.
wasn't it cool?
Well,
It was
but beyond
nuts.
that, like I said, it's just weird being that close. Like, I can't think of another social scenario where I'm screaming at someone who's like right directly in front of me. That got in my head a little.
Yeah, other than your parenting style.
Yeah, and how I deal with most conflicts at like the grocery store. Which involve me screaming in someone's face.
Do you feel like well, we don't have to talk about grocery stores.
Oh, let's go there.
At some point. Do we feel like
my attention.
the options at bagging at grocery stores have gotten a little ridiculous? Like it used to be like, here's my whole cart, and then I'm going to get it on the other side after I pay. But now it's like, do you want your milk in a bag? Do you want the bread on top of the whatever? Like, I feel like I'm getting like 5 or 6 questions, and it's like, you should be the expert on this, right? Like, you've been trained in bagging.
You know what's the worst part is?
I think you overestimate how much prep goes into the bagging training situation.
But certainly, even if there's no training, if you're doing that conservatively 7 hours a day, right? Like, that's like a thing like you should know how to do better than me.
Assuming the cashier takes a lot of pride in their work, which may be true. I don't know. I've never worked for a grocery store.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to maintain realistic expectations about my grocery store experience.
You know who has worked at a grocery store is Renee, one of our new designers. When she was younger, she worked at Publix.
Publix is a good one.
We should
go ask her.
Yeah, we should ask her at some point because
Cam's going to go right now.
I feel like there's just too many options.
Well,
Jesse, you were going to say.
Yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
I feel like
I
you
was
got a lot
gonna
of
say,
feelings about this.
What really gets my goat is the stations where they want you to bag the groceries yourself.
Well,
It's like look, built into this price of my eggs is someone to ring it up and put it in a bag and put it in my cart for me. I'm not. You want me? So grocery store. You want me to work for you and not get paid? No thanks.
Right.
This is America.
No thanks.
But I feel like there should be some discount then. I feel like if you're going through the like do it yourself line, it should be like, well, you get 2% off your bill because you didn't pay a bagger or you didn't pay. Here's my question.
So we have
some compensation.
We just got Renee in here, and Renee, when she was younger, worked at a grocery store. We were talking about grocery stores. We have a question about how much training goes into the bagging training.
Well, Renee,
This is a very
let me give
question.
you some preface, though, is that my level of frustration with the bagger has increased significantly because I'm getting asked a lot of questions. Do you want your milk in a bag? Right? Like, why am I being asked that? So do you know the answer to that?
You're being asked that because the production of plastic bags costs the company money, and it costs more money for us to recycle them. And so we ask things like if you want your milk or your laundry detergent or anything that has a handle or that we think that you could physically carry yourself that would save a plastic bag, we are required to ask
What
you.
will the liberals think of next?
Okay.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
He's spitting fire in here.
Okay, I agree with that. But here is, and I feel like I'm gonna really take you to town on this, and I'm sorry, but like,
No, she doesn't have stock in Publix nor work there anymore. You know?
Right.
Well, Eddie, let me just say this. Let me tell you what I do real quick because I want to hear your hot take here again. As soon as I go up, as soon as my cart rolls up, I hold up one finger and I put it to the cashier's lips like this.
yeah.
And then I say, double bag everything.
You're my favorite person.
Yeah, but listen. So why don't we just go with a policy? It's like if it's got its own handle, you just don't get a bag.
No. Why don't you go with a policy? Like those bags got to be like a half a cent, and they're wasteful, but I use them around my house for various things.
So-
I've used them for suitcases before in a pinch.
And so, I'm the guy who, when I get home, I don't care how full my cart was. I don't care how many bags I have. I am a one tripper.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
loading them up from elbow to finger.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care if it's 300 pounds, one trip only. And so if they don't put the handled things in a bag, that throws me off because it's going to fill my hands. So I'm always a yes.
but I'm-
So you're saying just make it a policy to not even do it. That would bother me.
I am willing to, for environmental reasons, settle on, okay, fine. If it's got a handle, you don't put it in a bag. What I don't like is there are very few situations in my life where I am not making decisions. I feel like going to, I'm really...
You just spent 40 minutes making decisions of what to buy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm tapped out here.
Complicated day already.
I don't know the best way to package these. I don't know.
I trust you in this scenario. Do you know anybody at Publix that you could talk to about this so that we could talk to about this? Or are you kind of out of that loop?
Probably not.
Renee, let me ask you something because the
Yes.
other thing that I really don't like about modern grocery stores is the self-checkout.
Yeah.
I feel like I
agree.
shouldn't have to do someone else's. I feel like it's built into the price. I'm providing work for someone else, did you feel like the self-checkout was working you out of a job?
Well, Publix doesn't have a self-checkout.
Well, I worked at Publix and I was a cashier and a bagger, and so we never have self-checkouts.
Yeah.
They're all about
Publix is a-
personal experience, so
Yeah.
they
So
would
am I.
never do that for sure.
So am I.
Yeah, Trader Joe's doesn't do it. Who is
they
like
always
the big...
break whenever I use them.
Yeah, it's always weird that places like Lowe's and Home Depot
They're
have
like,
the
put
home
it in the
checkout.
bag. And I'm like,
So you're always, you're taking like these massive 2x4s through the self checkout.
Yeah, that's
It just
true.
feels
You
kind
know
of
how easy it is to steal screws?
Or IKEA too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've stolen
Cameron
so
has
many
stolen
screws.
hundreds of dollars worth.
I have a long con screw scam going with Lowe's self checkout.
We got a duvet or a double vanity, from Lowe's. Just walked it right through the self-check. $2,000 out the door.
Look, this $2,000 double vanity accidentally rang up as a box of nails. Weird, not my problem.
Yeah.
If you had
But
someone
you're
working here, they would have caught it.
But
See ya.
you're walking out holding a receipt. So
it's all good.
Yeah.
And they want you to set, and I can't always set everything on their little scale there to make sure that you've actually paid for it. Like if I go to buy a turkey, I'm not going to put it in the bag.
Well,
I'm going to put it back in my cart.
And they don't usually have a little gun scanner, right? That you can just
No.
keep. Oh, there's so many problems with this. I didn't realize how much angst I had about this until you guys really let me open up and get to a safe place here.
You know what they need is one of those things at like the airport where you just lay everything on a conveyor belt and it shoots through
exactly right.
and it
Boom.
rings it all up and then it just dumps it in bags at the end of the belt.
Right.
Each one
If you
gets
want
an
a robot
individual
doing
bag.
it, have that kind of robot, not one that involves me actually having to do work.
One plastic bag per item.
per item.
Maybe
Two plastic bags for item, and you got yourself a deal. Because I'm like Cameron. I will go in. I've nearly dislocated a pinky because I have
no
bags
kidding.
on every
Yeah.
finger, and I'm running into the house.
I'm a one-trip wonder.
And we keep all our plastic bags for SeaWorld, and we go and we throw them in like the dolphin petting tank and the blackfish pond and everything. 'Cause
I just dump
they
them
love
right in
to
the
play
mouth
with
of the
them.
Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, right in the chest.
They look like jellyfish. No one knows.
The animals love to play with them.
And here's the thing. Have you guys ever watched the World's Strongest Man contest on TV?
Yeah,
Been
of
in
course.
it.
Well, you know what that thing where they carry those massive like circular rocks,
Yeah.
and they see how
boulders?
far they can do, and there's these like massive guys just like their back is arched and they're just like sort of running but not running because they're carrying so much weight and they're just like Gah! That's me coming in from the grocery store like loaded every hand with bags up to my elbows.
I'm sure you guys can relate to this too. I have tried several times in my life to get one of those reusable bags, like the branded Trader Joe's or whatever reusable bag, and it never once have I brought it back to the store with me at all. They sit in a pile, like I have a cemetery for them at the front of my door, and they stay there.
Tyler, that's not good,
Used
man.
for anything.
That's not good.
I usually just haphazardly throw them into a holding pond or something. So somewhere where I know some wildlife is going to use it for a home. Like maybe a bird will pick this up and use it for the lining of a nest. I don't know. Not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your professional insight, Renee.
Yeah.
It was
No,
very
Renee.
helpful.
Brought a lot of clarity
Did
to
you
the
have
show
any
today.
other odd jobs that we should know about that we could pull you back in for in case we didn't
I
talk
had a
about?
lot of bad jobs.
Just send us a list.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I do.
things
I
we'll
have
need
one.
to
It's
know
called
about.
her resume.
Yeah, nice one.
There you go.
Right.
You put Publix on your resume?
No.
No,
Okay.
we
Go
just found
Gators.
out about that later.
Right. That was just
Renee,
chit-chat.
I'm a former Big K guy, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Kmart, but the big K version of Kmart.
Yeah.
Not the Super K.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You did work at. Bye, buddy.
All right, thanks.
You
See you, Renee.
you did work at you worked at Kmart?
Yeah, man.
Oh, there are many years of stories from that. You should listen to our archives; they're pretty good.
That's really
I was
funny.
surprised at how much Renee knew. Renee had some serious knowledge.
She
that
had-
was way more than I expected.
She had a great answer for that.
Well, it sounds like, unlike my Kmart experience, they actually give employees training. Which they just kind of throw you into the fire.
I do
at
remember
Kmart.
this now. Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
the other thing that happened while Jesse was down here, over many hours of conversation, we got a little update on the neighbor.
Uh-oh.
Joe the neighbor. There's a little update.
There is, and
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to. I actually saw him out there last night, but it was just sort of in passing. So I don't know the full story, but I was driving out of the neighborhood the other day, and I drive by his house, and I almost pulled over. My curiosity is getting the best of me. I'm going to try to find out the scoop between next week's podcast. In his front yard, it looks like a meteor hit it. Like there is a gigantic hole in his front yard, right? And around the hole,
Hold on,
with the
that
piles
was. I think that was the best right ever. You're like, right? You're like, why would there possibly be a gigantic hole? Like what?
Like, describe how big the hole is.
I would say it's about 8 feet in diameter all the way around. I haven't gone a peek in the hole, but it looks, judging from the amount of dirt piled up around the hole, I'm guessing it's pretty deep.
Is there a backhoe there or something? Could
Well,
a person
here's the strange thing.
Yeah.
There's no backhoe, but there's a bunch of like old buckets like haphazardly strewn around the perimeter of the hole,
What on earth?
and like 2 old rusty shovels.
Is he
But like
around?
the tools that were used for digging this hole looked very primitive.
Is Joe digging the hole?
Or
That's
is
it. From what I took by his body language, he was not happy with the presence of the hole.
Oh.
He was standing at the perimeter.
So this is an
with his-
unwanted hole.
with his arms crossed, looking down at the hole, shaking his head, very frustrated about this hole. It's as if he came out, didn't know the hole was there, saw the buckets and the shovels laying around, saw the hole, and was just processing all of this.
Okay.
I can't even put any form to this. Like there wasn't any like utility company around. There was no.
Are you guys?
He's not the type. He's not the type to involve
Kind of
the
hole,
utility.
like when you say, like, I'm picturing like maybe you could bury a basketball in it.
No, he said 8 foot
I'm
diameter.
talking you could bury a.
If you drove into it, it would stop your car. Your car would fall down.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, imagine like a meteor hitting a front yard.
Yeah,
That's
but
sort of what it
wasn't.
I gotta tell you, I've never seen a meteor. I don't have a context for their
Okay,
size.
so let's say you had
A swimming pool.
yeah, it's like a small, it's at least a kiddie pool could easily fit down there, though it's probably way too deep for that.
So is Joe like off the grid and this might be a septic tank?
I'm not gonna rule out anything. All I know is it didn't look like he had anything to do with the hole getting there, but he knew how it got there.
Right. 'Cause he just
Like, oh no, the hole's here.
it followed me.
So like he didn't want the hole to be there, but it was definitely there. And I think deep down he knew how it got there. Judging from his body language, it wasn't surprise as much as it was total frustration staring down into the hole.
Disappointed.
Maybe it's a Canadian man cave.
Yeah.
Maybe
they.
but again, someone else is constructing this man cave. It's not Joe.
Yeah. Well, they got kicked out of Toronto.
They had to find a new place, and it just happened to be Joe's front yard. I'm going to go over there and investigate today. Even if he's not home, I'm going to go peek in the hole and see what I can find.
Yeah, I feel like you have a friendship with him that would allow you to. He would open up to you about it.
If he peeked out the window and saw me looking at the hole, he would definitely come out and talk to me about explain the presence of the hole, or at least try to give an explanation.
I would like to have some theories ready to go just to see who gets closest.
Here's my guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it seems like the sort of hole that you would start digging with those types of shovels and buckets.
Yeah.
If like Joe or one of Joe's friends came across a map where X marked the spot.
Right.
And it just happened to be right there. And you just start digging. You're looking for something.
Yeah,
And then you know what happened is like halfway through, Joe flipped the map upside down and realized they were at the total wrong location.
Yeah.
And all the other guys he was with realized it, and they just left, and he's got to deal with the hole now. I think that's a plausible scenario, Cameron.
Because I mean,
They mistakenly read the treasure map, and somehow they deduced it was directly in front of Joe's house.
and they're like, Eureka. Maybe that's why he bought that house. Is like in an old timey deed, he saw that X marked the spot right at that plot of land, and that's why he chose that house for the long plan of one day we're going to go after the treasure that's somewhere on this
Yeah,
property.
he didn't want it to make it obvious
Right.
and just dig it
You
up. He waited years.
Yeah, you got to assimilate yourself into the neighborhood so it's not obvious. Right.
Even though it definitely would be way more obvious now that everyone in the neighborhood knows Joe.
That's true. If you do it right when you get there, you're just the weird guy who digs holes. Now you're the weird guy, and oh no, he also digs holes.
So this whole digging thing is new. Not all that surprising, but new.
I just really can't imagine what it is. Right?
Like
I mean,
down in the hole, or why the hole?
why would it exist? Like I'm trying to run through.
'cause-
It's not sprinkler system.
Yeah, because if it's like a septic tank thing, you really are a backhoe. You are really like getting an equipment thing to do a hole that big.
There's no heavy equipment out there.
Yeah,
like
that's
I
what I'm
said,
saying.
This is shovels and buckets.
Like this hole did not start out to be that big. They're looking for something. It just kept getting bigger.
right, like just drop the contact. It started just digging around. Next thing you know,
Just looking for it. And all of a sudden now
So
he's shaking his
weird.
head like, how did the little hole get to be 8 feet long, 8 feet wide?
such a weird thing.
But even if it was like, even if he says, "Oh, it's for like the utility problem," he's not the type to call the utility company as the first option.
No.
So he's the type of guy. He's going to give it a shot himself first. So that could be it.
Right, he's looking for gas lines. He's looking for deep sewer septic systems.
He's not going to call him to come out and flag where the pipes are. He's going to find them himself. He doesn't need the government.
Yeah. I don't need Uncle Sam with all his fancy equipment that causes no environmental damage.
No. He's got to get down there.
I got shovels and buckets.
I'll take care
I've been to Nam.
I'll take care.
Would he bury his money? Is he the type that would bury?
No, you do that in the backyard.
Bank?
That's a backyard thing. You don't want people, the neighborhood, seeing you do that.
Everybody checks the backyard first.
Yeah, you immediately.
I don't know. Joe doesn't strike me as the type that would bury his money. He doesn't strike me as the type that would make investments with that money.
Yeah.
Not investments that the conventional investor would make, but not the type to bury it.
Right.
He would put it to work, whether it would work out in the end or not.
Yeah.
That's
he's got a
roll
buddy.
of the dice.
He's got a buddy that has a pretty quick pony that's doing pretty good out on the track. We're gonna buy half of that thing and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I will say this. I will definitely have a whole update. I'm going to knock on the door if I don't run into him this week. Before next week's podcast, we're going to get to the bottom of this hole. Maybe literally. Maybe Joe will let me climb down there.
Jesse, help me dig for an hour.
Yeah, I'll tell you
watch
where.
2015.
I'll tell you what this is all about if you help me dig for more.
Look at this X.
All right. Well, it's time for entertainment releases. Moving on, but Jesse, I just got to tell you before we move on, I was surprised and a little disappointed with you at the Magic game. I thought you would be a little bit more of a center of attention. I thought there was a point in the game where a fan knocked the ball out of LeBron's hands and stopped the game.
Yeah.
And like all this.
They made SportsCenter.
Yeah, people were booing him and all that stuff. I thought Jesse would be that guy. I thought Jesse would insert himself somehow.
Can I let me say this though? The people that were surrounding us are not the type of people I'm typically around. Like these people were high status Orlando society people. I yelled one thing, and I no lie, got a stank eye from a woman caddy corner to us, and she was probably in her 60s, and was just like shocked. And it wasn't something vulgar. It was just something loud and passionate. And it was the look that was telling me, we don't do that in this section.
It's not true. Cameron does that. I've seen photos. The press has photos of Cameron doing that.
That's true. I don't get down there very often, but I make the most of it when I get given tickets for that area.
I would just say this: I wasn't ready for that psychologically.
But that is true. Chad and I went and were given seats where we sat baseline during the Wizards Magic game, and I would agree with you. People down there don't cheer and stuff. Chad and I did, and ended up getting so into the players' heads that at the end of the game, when the Wizards won at the buzzer, Marcin Gortat runs over to us and starts screaming in my face, "What up now, Big Mouth?
Yeah.
What up now, Big Mouth?"
The rest of the team's on the other end of the court celebrating, and he ran directly to us on the other end of the court to trash talk to us.
Yeah. And so and I'm looking around going like, I didn't do anything that crazy. I was just like making fun of Gortat because he got dunked on and he airballed and now I'm on you the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And
But real quick,
nobody
for people that don't know, Gortat is a man they refer to as the Polish Hammer.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
He's 7'1". He's very
not the guy
intimidating.
you want running after you.
Yeah. And so but the people down there don't do that. That's the thing that Chad and I noticed. Like we're standing out because we are actually engaged in the game.
I was actually really happy with my seats because they were really close. They're your normal season seats, and they were really close, but they were still far enough in with the
Common folk.
the commoners. We were yelling. We were yelling, and the guy, especially the guy next to me that I didn't know, we bonded quickly over just yelling junk at LeBron, and I liked it. But it was like far enough away that you felt like I wasn't going to upset, like the mayor or something. Like you guys are really,
I mean, the mayor was not happy with Cameron.
Yeah, you're down there making decisions about how you're going to function in society.
When a Magic player texts you and says, "Good job," because you were talking so much trash to Perkins and LeBron, hey, that's all. I don't care about the mayor at that point.
You just want a Magic player texting you, and that's what's rad. You want to.
That's
absolutely
true.
Yes.
Well. Speaking of insults, lobbed loudly. I was wondering if I could. I wanted to do something. I didn't check with you guys about a special little segment.
Oh.
But have you guys heard about this new Martin Luther meme?
No.
Oh, it's It's fantastic.
What is
you
it?
shared it with me, Jesse.
No.
So Martin Luther, the founder of the father of the Reformation, is the inspiration for a new meme. And basically, you just go to this page and you click this button, and they have posted, every time you click it, a new insult actually written by Martin Luther, and they have a reference to what book it's in, so you know it's legit. He has some of the sickest burns I've ever heard.
Seriously.
So
was on
I
his
was
own
wondering
level.
if maybe
He was on
Chad, maybe in post, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you to do your job. You might want to put some dramatic music behind this. I was going to do a dramatic reading of some Martin Luther insults, and you guys can tell me what you think.
I'm taking notes because I need
new material.
I need new material.
Not just for the Magic, but Orlando City Soccer.
Orlando City Soccer a little too far out, but I'll tell you, if I get given seats down there again, I need to have high society burns. I need to have another level of taunts.
People,
You need
they
him
will
to
get
come back with on the what up now big mouth. Like Martin Luther would not result.
No.
He would not descend to that type of insult.
Well, and also Orlando City, I mean, they were just screaming obscenities. Like everybody was
So you
doing
need something creative.
Well,
to
I
cut
will
through
say
that
this.
noise.
I will say this. Martin Luther didn't always have the cleanest mouth, so Chad, you may need to cue up the
What?
the bleep
The
button.
father of the Reformation?
I'm going to read these as he wrote them.
Yes. I love this new segment, Jesse.
Okay. You loathsome, accursed, atrocious monster!
What?
Even Lucifer was not guilty of such sacrilege in heaven, for he was only presumed God's equal. God help us!
Wow.
This is real, huh?
I despise your whorish impudence!
Oh, I yelled that
that's a
at
good
Martin
one.
Gortat,
Yeah,
actually.
That's actually that's what cracked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the most insane heretics and ingrafters of heretical perversity.
It's hard.
That's harsh.
I'm telling you, you're bringing your A game here.
I know you're not saying this to me, but it still hurts.
Yeah. It's still
You inimical.
I like that one. So imagine LeBron has
What?
just missed a free throw. Cameron's down there. This is what he
You
yells.
say, what pigsties could compare in goings on with you?
I did yell one at LeBron. He was, he's going headbandless now.
Yeah.
And so he's
Which I didn't
revealed.
like.
He's revealed how high the hairline's getting. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I didn't like it.
And he's at the free throw line right in front of us at one point. And I yell, Rogaine!
Yeah.
Super loud. He
Right.
misses
Oh,
it.
wow.
He
Oh, that's
misses
good.
it.
Oh, that's good.
Cameron, imagine if you
That's
had yelled,
decent.
you are a bungling magpie croaking loudly.
Wow, he would have been crushed.
Yeah, he would have missed both of them.
LeBron does have.
Game
He always
changer.
had the little side things.
Yeah, he was slashing the sides now. He's got little cut-ins.
It's a whole
yeah.
new thing. His
Yeah.
whole image is changing.
This
Jesse?
is probably my favorite. Why would anyone tolerate such things from someone like you? A rotten paunch, crude and fart.
What?
No,
The father of the
That's
Reformation.
Not me saying it's Martin Luther.
I'm not as concerned that he said the word as he did. Did he say fart?
He said fart.
Wait, a crude ass and a fart.
Maybe it had a different meaning back then.
Fart.
I don't,
Are you gonna
what
beep? You just
meaning
gonna
could it
bleep all?
possibly have?
Just gonna bleep all this.
I don't know what we do.
It's
with
going to
that.
be like an NWA record
Yeah.
by the time we're done with
This
this.
is amazing.
That seems that I don't know what the context was, but that seems overly harsh.
Like who was? I think he was talking to the Pope there. I really do.
Way.
You have a priesthood of Satan. That's not bad. Phooey on you, you servant of idols. Phooey on you. He
I
went-
yelled that at the Sixers game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're very tender. That actually really hurt them.
So Cameron, if you're looking for new insults, Martin Luther's got a whole website. There's hundreds of them for you.
Oh, Martin Luther has a website. Okay, great.
Yeah.
He set it up right before he died.
An insult site.
Yeah.
Squarespace.
I wonder if he built it with Squarespace. Yeah. Time for entertainment releases. Music coming out on Tuesday, March 24th. Chastity Belt is coming out with Time to Go Home.
I have no idea if it's any good or not, but that was too good to leave off the
Finally.
list.
Chastity Belt. I don't know that Chastity Belt goes home. You
Holla.
shake hands in the car and you be about your way. You don't.
No.
We're just saying things are getting a little, too hot in the kitchen. Time to go home.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
what I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Chastity
oh,
Belt.
like the guy's getting a little handsy.
Hey,
Hey, buddy,
Time to go home, bro.
buddy. Time to go home.
Yeah,
We gotta be done.
Yeah. Laura Marling is coming out with a short movie. Action Bronson with Mr. Wonderful. Oh, that was the name of my album I was going to make. The Go Team with The Scene Between, Vetiver with Complete Strangers, and Pacific Gold with Pacific Gold. Movie release is coming out on Friday, March 27th. The Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart one, Get Hard. I'm terrified about this because, number one, the clips don't look funny. I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan.
Yeah.
But the fact that Will Ferrell is doing so much promo for it feels like he's overcompensating.
Yeah, the big opening weekend.
Big opening weekend, and everybody goes, oh my goodness, that was terrible.
Yeah.
And then he'll do some like indie, quirky kind of drama role and kind of reclaim his cred. And then,
but it's almost always fun just to watch Will Ferrell. Even if the movie's not good, I like watching him.
Yeah, me too.
He's funny.
Yeah,
he's really fun.
Did you guys see him play minor league baseball this last week? Did you hear about this?
He didn't he assume like he played every position?
He played every position
in multiple games,
in five different games. He actually pitched to a batter. He struck out in one at bat. He came in as a relief pitcher. He fielded a ground ball into center field and threw it right back into the second baseman. He was a third base coach, and instead of doing the hand signals, like third base coach does, he brought out massive white cards with signs on them that said, like, take the next pitch. You're so handsome. It was pretty great.
That's awesome.
It's pretty fun to watch.
He's a pretty good athlete. I wonder.
He actually was.
Yeah.
He did pretty well.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell is about the only thing that would make me want to watch baseball.
Oh my God.
I know.
Don't
This
even
is rough.
start with me.
Very good.
Hey, I've come around on soccer. That's
Right.
about as far as I'm going to
That's what I don't understand. How you will get into soccer but not baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball, they don't end in ties.
I don't have a team. That's why. I don't watch.
yeah.
I don't watch sports. I watch my team. I don't watch.
That's fair.
Sunday NFL isn't
Yeah.
my. I don't watch 18 games that day.
Right. We were talking about it. If the Devil Rays, Tampa Bay Rays
Moved to
ever
Orlando that day. I'm a baseball fan.
Right.
Because I'm a fan of my team.
Yeah.
Yep. Serena is coming out. It's Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence. Home. Wait, Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence, didn't they already do a movie together about the Philadelphia
It's
Eagles?
like every year they have a new one out.
Well, this one has
This
sort of
one
an
is
interesting.
becoming very famously a very terrible movie.
Oh, really?
Well, it's been evidently this movie was shot back in perhaps 2007. I may not be getting that correct, but before they had done any of the movies that they've done together, it was their first one. And obviously, it was before either of them were huge stars, but they were stars who were on the rise. They had a great director. It's based off of a book that's very critically well reviewed. Everything was in place for it. And then they started showing it to test audiences, and just nobody liked it. And evidently, it's just sort of a case study in a movie that can have everything going right for it and yet still end up being a really bad movie.
So they didn't even try to like recut it or do anything, or was it just?
It was in post-production for so many years of them trying to doctor it that was just unsalvageable. It's actually already released on video on demand. If a Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper movie goes straight to video, something's gone terribly wrong.
Imagine putting that straight to video. I read something like 30 different cuts of this movie that they've tried to make work, and none of them have been able to
That
pass
is
muster.
weird. That is really weird. Wow.
Yeah. So our apologies to Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. I'm sure they're feeling really sad today.
Look forward
Their
to seeing
careers
that.
are officially over.
Yeah. What's
The
becoming?
death of a career.
Coming Home. It's an animated movie that Jim Parsons, Rihanna, and Steve Martin are part of. And While We're Young, Ben Stiller, Naomi Watts, and Amanda Seyfried. Ironically, Ben Stiller, not young.
No, he's not.
Not young at all, but
Even close.
While We're Young. All right, that'll do it for the entertainment releases, your Joe the Neighbor update, and your basketball and your Publix
Shopping bag.
There you go.
Yeah.
We really
Stay
learned a lot.
tuned. Up next, Slices.
Color your crystal eyes and feel the tones that tremble down your spine. Whoa. Cover your crystal eyes and let your colors bleed and blend with mine.
Portions of this week's podcast are sponsored by World Vision. Together with churches and people like you, World Vision is addressing some of the greatest needs around the world today, like the refugee crisis in the Middle East and solving the global water crisis. World Vision believes God is calling us to the world's hardest places in this time of unprecedented need. You and your church can join with World Vision in the margins, bringing justice and hope to those suffering around the world. To learn more, visit worldvision.org.
You're listening to Of Monsters and Men. but you knew that because it sounds like a Monsters of Men. It's their new song, Crystals, from the upcoming album, Beneath the Skin. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard Ruel with Up in Flames. The EP Up in Flames is streaming right now on The Drop at relevantmagazine.com. You need to go check it out. It's pretty amazing. Okay, it's time for Slices. What do you have, Jesse?
Well, IKEA, the store, is generally looked at as a pretty fun place to go. I mean, they have whole furniture, whole living room setups. They have a great selection of meatballs. They have places for kids to play. But IKEA is cracking the whip on their customers.
What?
They have released a statement that says they are no longer allowing people to go there with the sole intention of playing hide and seek.
Oh.
Evidently, this was becoming a big thing. Some people in IKEA stores in Belgium had been going there regularly to play. These are adults. These aren't children. To play hide and go seek. And they were saying everyone should come and try this because IKEA is basically one giant living room. When you think about it, it's a great place to play hide and go seek.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, it never occurred to me until I read this article, and then I'm like, oh, my window's closed.
It's actually a really great.
Yeah.
Now we have to do it. Obviously.
Well, they said
now
with
you
the
have to define the rule.
soul thing, but like if I bought a spatula for $1.99, I could do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, I'm a paying customer.
Carte blanche.
And also, wasn't part of it that like there were? I mean, it wasn't just 4 or 5 people running around the store. Right?
What happened was the trend started with random people going to play hide and go seek, and someone set up a Facebook page to try to see if they could get a lot of people to come out to one game in a Dutch at one of these IKEA stores in the Netherlands. 19,000 people said they were going to show up.
You know, they're probably sitting there thinking like, oh, what if it'd be so fun if we had like 15 of us out there? It'd be so crazy. And then it says 19,000.
So IKEA got wind of this, and there are multiple Facebook pages that were set up and that were organizing hide and go seek games at local IKEAs, which I think is great. Look, I mean, people are hiding. It's not like they're in the way in the store.
Right.
Like, if I'm just a customer, I'm not going to run across any of these people playing hide and seek because they're hiding. What's the big deal?
As long as they're good at their job.
Yeah, exactly. If they've got a couple games in and some practice, no one's going to find them. But IKEA released a statement and said, though we enjoy this idea, it's not very good for health and safety. In other words, boring. I'm going to another furniture store. See, that's a problem. I think that the hide and go seek players made it too known that this is what they were doing.
Yeah, I agree. They took it public. Yeah.
Facebook is not the. You would have to think twice about putting something like that on Facebook, but I think you could definitely still do it. Like, they can't make a rule that says you have to buy something when you leave, right?
Is there a rule that I can't hide once I'm shopping in your store?
Well, and really, what is the definition of hiding? Really,
Exactly.
And who's seeking? I mean, it's not one. If that had gone through, it's not one person seeking out 18,999 people, right?
I have a question.
And if I want to check out the structural integrity of a bookcase from the inside,
Right.
it's hard to see me while I'm in there.
If my 5-year-old son is hiding and I am looking for him, am I violating their new rule?
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
He gets arrested.
IKEA did not think this
It's a
through.
slippery slope, IKEA.
Well, and to Cameron, to your point about what constitutes hiding,
right?
Like you said, like Tyler was saying, maybe I just want to see how much room there is underneath this, fancy Swedish bed, and the only way for me to do that is to go sit stilly under there for 30 minutes. While someone looks
and if
for
I
it.
happen to be looking at that bedroom set in that room, and I happen to just want to glance in the bookcase or under the bed, just to, I don't need to test it out with my body, but by
let's
sight,
say you're seeking out the specs.
I want to seek out like what's the scale, and I happen to see you under there, and it startles you, and you run from me, and then I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And I chase after you to have a conversation. Why were you laying under the bed? Are we violating the rule?
Right.
Because in my mind, that happens at every store in every city across the world every single day.
There's a giant bin of Swedish ladles, and I happen to want the ladle on the very bottom.
And I got to get in there.
I have to get in there to do that.
And then if somebody ends up also needing one, and I pop out and say, boo, like...
Wait, do you know how to play hide and seek?
Well, I mean, you want to scare people.
What are you referring to?
No, but ultimately, when you're about to be found at hide and seek, your move is to scare them. What? Like, when you know it's just about to happen, that is your final thing. It's not just that's how you get found. It's not like you're going to be like, hey, I'm here. I'm down here.
West Coast rules.
No, you got to always scare
rules.
the person.
British rules.
But to Cameron, your point, I mean, what's to stop me as a normal customer from doing like I always do, which is disguising myself in the uniform of an employee and working in the meatball serving line with a fake mustache? That's what people do when they go to IKEA.
Right.
They're just setting absurd expectations now.
You want to assimilate as best you can.
Exactly. If I'm going to buy furniture from this place, even if I'm just buying the ladle, I have to know the inner workings to know that they're even trustworthy. Right. How else am I supposed to do that without actually disguising myself as an employee and working in food service around things that people are going to eat? I don't understand how their commerce system works.
And what are they going to really do? I mean, do they have like IKEA policemen that have like handcuffs that like look like normal handcuffs but are really like crappy quality?
No, they have IKEA jail. You do not want to go to a Swedish IKEA jail.
No.
They don't have. They lock the door with a big Allen
Incorporate
wrench.
that into the game. Part of the hide and seek game is that you can't get caught by security.
Oh, that's true. Right. Incorporate that. Yeah.
It's just a higher stake.
So it's
And
kind
if-
of a capture the flag situation.
And if security does find you, what do? You scare them. You jump out and say boo.
That'll end well.
You know who's
Who is not gonna
you know
happen?
who's skittish? The Swedes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They don't
That's
even.
true.
Yeah.
They faint.
They do. They
Very
faint
nice
on the
throw.
spot. That's how
That
you
gives
know if
like
they're
15
security.
minutes to get away.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know this may kill it, but I would like to come back to Jesse, who made a great joke that I think he got trampled over. That when you go into IKEA jail, they close it with a huge Allen wrench. That was a great
and the
joke.
reason it's hard to get out is because it's a size that's really hard to find.
That was such a good joke. I could work all
Like,
day.
I got all the Allen wrenches here. How is there a size here that I don't have? That's,
I got the whole
Ew.
set at Lowe's. I stole this thing at Lowe's through the self checkout. Got the whole set.
This cost me the price of a pack of gum. Wink. It's supposed to have everything.
Great.
All right, what do you have, Tyler?
Well, I think I know the answer to this, but I'll ask anyway. Do any of you guys consider yourselves gamers?
No.
A player of video games?
Oh,
Only if
no.
you're talking about West Coast hide and seek, then yes.
Yeah.
West Coast rules hide and seek.
I feel like I've tried a few times, and then I'm like, I get like a day into playing something. I'm like, well, now I'm just walking around.
The only thing that I don't on the big Xbox systems or anything like that, but iPhone games. I find
I'll
myself
have an
playing.
iPhone game occasionally.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah.
catch my attention.
I actually have a fairly set routine of a certain amount of time each day I play Candy Crush.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
Still?
consider the Candy Crush people gamers. No, yeah, absolutely still. Yeah, I know.
Crush, it's like, that was 2013.
Absolutely. But you get it.
when you get deep into it, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
The game opens up to new levels.
I don't consider boring puzzle games though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't consider myself a gamer because I play Candy Crush when I'm bored.
I like
Have you ever spent actual money on Candy Crush, Cameron? Can I ask you that?
I haven't in the last year or so.
But before that,
Before that, I was buying lives.
real problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
your 2013 taxes.
It was a budget line. in my-
$18,000.
It was a line in my budgeting.
More lives or
Candy
whatever.
Crush. Yeah.
It was mortgage, Candy Crush lives.
And then food. Yeah. Because I can steal a bunch of the food with the self checkout. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then ladles for excuses to go play hide and seek.
Deeply hidden ladles.
Now, I'm like you guys. I don't have a video game system. I never have, and I don't play video games. But I read about this one. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it. It's a new video game that's still in development as of now, but it's called Upsilon Circuit, which sounds like a band that we would maybe feature on the podcast.
Nerd. Keep going.
And the way it works is
Kind
it
of
all
does sound like
takes
a
place-
Christian alternative band.
Upsilon Circuit.
Sounds like a Martin Luther insult.
You Upsilon Circuit fart. It's like, the Pope got that letter and he's like, what is he even talking about here?
What is an
Like, I
Upsilon
get he wants
circle?
to reform the church, but what does this even mean?
Is he calling me exactly what I think he's calling me? Because, I am still the Pope. You just don't say that to me. But oh well. So, Upsilon Circuit Breaker.
Upsilon Circuit. It takes place on a server, and only 8 people can play this game at a time. Only 8. Mm-hmm. So you're all playing it together, and everybody else is an observer who acts as sort of an audience that can then award players they like with certain power-ups or health or mushrooms. I'm not sure what the kids are getting awarded with in video games these days. A fire flower, but the audience and anybody who comes in acts as a judge and maybe a jury for how the players are working. And then when you die, when your character dies, then somebody else who's in a queue comes and takes over your spot online. But that's not the interesting thing about it. The interesting thing about it is that you only get one life in this game forever. If you lose, if your character dies, you are never allowed to play the game again for the rest of your life.
How do they know? Just sign in with a different username.
What happened to Excitebike?
I think it keeps track of it'd be your computer, not your username.
That's so weird. Why? I mean, aren't they in the business of, making money?
That's what I thought. You want people to be addicts, right? You want to make people like want to come back and play it again.
Right. That's
But
so
would
strange.
you have any interest in trying a game one time if you knew that you would maybe last only 45 seconds? I have no idea how hard
Can I
this
tell you
game
what I
is.
would do?
Yeah.
It's because I know that even if I survived for a while, I would quickly lose patience with this. I would sabotage it for the other gamers.
Absolutely. It's just like
I would go and kill them or whatever, just to ruin their day.
it's like Michael Scott when he does improv and just walks on stage and just shoots everybody.
Shoots everybody.
Yeah, that's what you do. You just wreck it for some nerd that's been there for like 2 hours and is just like a golden god in his community.
And I would just be laughing and laughing, knowing
Yeah.
you could never play
You
again.
never get to
What
play.
do you have to live for now, nerd?
Yeah.
I have friends and people that like me. What do you have, nerd?
We are going to get demolished on
I'm kidding.
feedback.
I'm not saying all. I'm just saying that would be a terrible thing.
We are going to get demolished.
That's what Martin Luther would do.
Yeah, that was
Not only
another
do I have
Martin
a
Luther
job,
quote.
Not only do I live in my own house, not only am I married, but you don't even have your precious video game anymore.
Boom.
You know who you don't want to get into a smack talk battle with? Lutherans.
No, that's
The
the
Lutherans.
number one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Proud
they got some
tradition.
sick burns.
That's really interesting, though, Tyler. So how do they? Well, I guess you have like a sign in, right? That's how you know you only play it once.
I mean, that would be my. I think it may be linked up to your social media profile.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Would you wait in a queue? Would you wait in a queue for a game that would?
No.
The curiosity would maybe get the better of me.
Yeah.
But if I had to wait longer than 20 minutes to play, then
It's got to be a somewhat easy game to play to only get to play it once, right? Because I feel like you got to die like 10 times before you really understand what's going on.
Well,
mean,
it's
when
not
I-
like Mario. It can't be like Mario where it's like, I can totally jump over that gap right there. Nope, that's way too long.
Nope.
know?
No, that the little thing that came out of the pole, or the I don't even remember it.
That little flower that came out of the pole really got me. Didn't see him coming there.
Jesse, were you a Mario guy growing up?
Oh, I love Mario.
Oh yeah,
Because I wasn't. I had a Sega. I was a Sonic guy.
Ooh,
I-
so
Sonic.
fun.
See, so I was like, to me, Mario was like the Michael Jordan. I'm a Charles Barkley guy. I'm an underdog guy. So I was a Sega guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But Cohen has a Wii. He loves all the Mario games, and I
Yeah.
play him with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mario Kart and Super Mario World and all that stuff. It is really fun.
Mario Kart's the only one. We still have a Wii, and I still play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Of everything, I can still play Mario Kart.
The average, the guy at the game store when we bought it, he was like 30. He was like, me and my friends get together on Friday nights and play Mario Kart. And he's like, most of the players of Mario Kart are adults.
Yeah.
There's no shame. Mario Kart is a fantastic game.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a classic.
Yeah.
And it levels the playing field. It's like you could come in and in like 15 minutes be just as good as someone who's played Mario Kart for like a month.
Right.
Yeah, I disagree with that, and here's why. My wife is a savant with Mario Kart. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen her play many times, and it is like watching Michael Jordan play basketball. How she goes about Mario. I've never seen anybody come close to beating her. I certainly have never come close to beating her.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Not. I mean, it's not even fun.
How does that make
for
you
her to play?
How does that make you feel as a man and a husband?
Really hurtful.
Okay.
Really
But
bad.
I mean, are you always playing like Rainbow Road or
Yeah,
something?
are you playing Rainbow
I
World?
have tried every single level. I've tried every single character. She's better with some characters than others. Who isn't? I mean, she's human, technically, I guess.
I gotta say, and I feel like Jesse's on the same page with me right now. That maybe you're just awful.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, I'm not saying Liz isn't a good Mario Kart player, but I'm sure she's beatable.
Yeah. Like when I meet her, like I will sit down and play her Mario Kart, and I gotta say, within 3 games, I will take her on one of them. Right?
Eddie, I love you, and you're a good friend.
Hey man, I love you too.
But I will dance on your grave.
Tyler, I have played a tremendous amount of Mario Kart, but I'm glad we brought this up because, Nintendo is going to start making games for the iPhone, and they're expecting
That's
some
true.
sort of Mario Kart version that
That's
you can
true.
play with friends in other places.
Yeah, Cohen's very disappointed that I don't have any Mario games on my phone.
They're coming.
Yeah.
I know.
You're about to.
This is big
You're
news.
about
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
Super Mario Brothers 3, such a great game. 2 with the princess, that's so fun.
He has Super Mario 3D World,
Cool. That's
and
fun.
then the Super Mario Brothers and Mario Kart, and literally, I mean, it's a blast. And like at 5 years old, could hang with any adult. Absolutely,
You can certainly beat Liz.
certainly,
Absolutely.
or certainly could be Tyler, but
Well,
Who can't?
Is not anything. There's nothing too incredible. I admit that I'm a below average Mario Kart player.
how is that
But we
possible?
assume so.
Yeah, we know.
How could anybody be below
really
average?
Admit that it is just hard for me to grasp Mario Kart physics.
Now,
sometimes.
are you guys the normal controllers, or are you the steering wheel on
Yeah,
Mario
see, we're
Kart?
back.
one.
I'm about to blow your mind. Nintendo 64
Oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
classics. Know your roots.
It's a lot of street cred right there. What just happened was just a
No
gasp
school
of
like this
respect
one.
from all of us. That was amazing.
An N64.
Yeah.
The cube.
Oh, yeah. What was that about?
I don't know. I was a Sega guy.
Yeah, I never did the
I
cube.
had a GameCube, but they had Mario Kart on it too.
All
Pretty
right.
fun.
What
Did
do you
you
have?
ever
Eddie?
have a video game system, Chad?
Yeah, I had a Sega, and I had a Game Boy and a Game Gear.
Oh,
And I had
See,
one
that's
of
why
those-
he's indie. He's
and I had
hipster.
one of
We were
those,
Sega.
Yeah.
the 2-person Jordan versus Bird games.
Oh.
Wait,
Man, I
two,
played
what do you
that.
mean? What do you mean 2 person? You mean it
mean,
was just one-on-one? The whole game was just one-on-one matches of Jordan versus Bird.
You're either Jordan or Bird.
Yep.
Dude,
Like
I
the
had
menu screen, you turn it on and it just says Jordan or Bird, and then you start playing.
Remember
Yep.
those ones that had like the LCD screens though? That was like a single one-off game. Those ruled. I had like Bo Jackson baseball.
Yep, I had
and then
that one, too.
You would turn it around and it was Bo Jackson football.
Oh, I love that.
Gosh,
thing.
that ruled.
You get like 4 hours on a couple AA batteries.
But my favorite Sega game in the 90s was NBA Jam.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's
Oh.
Clearly,
I
That's
had NBA Jam for Sega.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. It's on
Airbud.
fire.
Remember
He's on
Airbud?
fire.
It's on fire, man. When you get on fire and you can just lob it from half court and a little ball. Oh, man.
that was amazing.
Yeah. All right. What do you have, Eddie?
March Madness. We are in it. Very excited. Have you guys done your brackets? Are you going to do brackets?
Did 'em.
Did it?
Yep.
What are you in a pool like with somebody?
Yeah, a couple friends and
that's
the
fun.
Relevant Podcast one. Our friend Reed Buck.
Yeah.
I need to fill my Rebuck chart out
Yep,
today.
I joined it. Yep, that's great. Are you gonna?
My chart,
What are you,
my
Kentucky
bracket.
the whole way?
I am picking Kentucky the whole way.
Hard not to.
It's
right?
really hard not to
Yeah.
this year.
So we're all picking brackets,
Which is why they'll get tripped up.
Yeah, they're
Because-
going to lose in the first round and bust.
No,
everyone's
not the
bracket.
first, but I mean, like, I think they'll make the Final Four and then somebody
Yeah.
will get hot and a couple bounces of the ball will go the wrong way and Kentucky will go down in a close one.
Yeah.
So
It'll be
you
UVA.
UVA, really?
UVA is, they have probably the best defense in the country.
Well,
Interesting.
You got your bracket. I got mine.
But see, this is why you got to fill out like 3 brackets. So you have 3 different champs. And then no matter what, you got a live one, you know?
That's right.
But who are you cheering for? Like, which bracket becomes your favorite?
The one that is the best, doing the best. That's what you
Totally.
cheer for.
Okay.
What,
I fill out thousands.
I cheer for winning.
Yeah, when it comes to college basketball, and if the Gators aren't in it, I just cheer for winning.
I know that's how I follow.
I
Is
just
like
fill out as many brackets as possible.
another
and
team
just-
I don't care about.
I've signed up for 17 different bracket leagues, and one of them, I'm going all the way. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, this is gonna be
I mean,
it.
just statistically, it's impossible not to, right?
I filled out 68 different ones with 68 different champions. One of them I feel really good about.
What do you think the chances are of getting a perfect bracket? Do you know the
One
stat?
in 11 million.
It's way more than that.
Is
It's billions, I think.
It is 1 to 9.2 quadrillion.
No way.
That
serious?
that is the chances you have of picking a perfect bracket. This is actually my slice. It's all studies that have been done around March Madness, talking about different things that rise and fall. It was done by Wallet Hub. So some schools like George Mason or Florida Gulf Coast, they see a rise in academics and people, applying. So that is not all that surprising.
But you're saying, so when a team that is
Right.
unexpected does well in the tournament,
Correct.
like a George Mason,
Correct.
or that they see an actual rise in people applying to go to their school.
That's right. Yes. March Madness pulls in more national TV revenue than any other postseason sports franchise. They pull in $1.15 billion. That's not all that surprising.
But player salaries is most of that.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Players are
The
just
people that are
raking it
putting
in.
their bodies on the line.
It's like the NBA. Players get 51% of revenue.
Right.
So,
As it
should be,
just
if
like
you ask
college.
me.
Just like college.
Services rendered.
There's a 19% increase in pizza orders and a 9% increase in dessert orders by fans whose teams lose.
Specifically, cookies in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Tons of cookies.
I want 19 cookies, and one of them better be ginormous and piping hot.
An estimated 50 million Americans participate in March Madness pools. This equals the cost to employers every March Madness is an estimated $1.2 billion in unproductive workers, assuming each worker spends an hour filling out a bracket.
An hour.
An hour, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Well,
Does it really
the question
take you
is
an hour?
how many workers are streaming the games during the workday now?
Now that is, wasn't there? They always have the button that's like the work button that immediately flashes back to some fake looking like document.
Excel spreadsheet or something.
I love
But
it.
I think these people that are taking an hour to fill out brackets are like Cameron, who's filling out like 60 at one time. They got a winner in there.
Every
They're
scenario.
going
This
to
is
win
the
their
one.
office pool no matter
This is
what.
the one.
I'm
yeah.
going to do 9.2 quadrillion brackets to see what happens. 27% of people say that they will watch a game at work. Now, I guess you can answer. No, we should ask Chad.
Yeah.
Chad, would you watch a game at work?
Absolutely. I just turn off my Wi-Fi and stream it on LTE, so I'm not messing up the system.
Oh, that's your problem is the streaming.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is when I'm in the zone editing,
You're in your place.
I'm in my place and I'm just listening for cues. So
Right.
if I just kind of like look off to the side and my phone's right there, and I see, oh, cool, guy made a 3-pointer. Oh, Eddie just said something inappropriate. I need
Yeah.
to cut that out. Like it's just back.
Oh, wait a
and
minute.
It's a little back and
I heard
forth.
fart.
This is going to be the most highly bleep show in all ever. Okay, a couple more that were interesting. I'm saving my very favorite one for last. There's a 12% upgrade to cable television. They see like an uptick. That was of 2014. I imagine that number's going to go down. Okay, here's an interesting one. This may affect your picks. 76 champions, almost 1/3 of the 76 champions, almost 1/3 of them, 25, have had mascots that are based on a human figure, such as a Hoosier or a Tar Heel.
Handsome Dan.
14 have been bear-related, UCLA Bruins, who have won 11, and 10 have been feline, mainly because of the Kentucky Wildcats. But a third have been human. So that is interesting.
It's like a
So-
cavalier.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
Right. So you may want to think about
The
that.
Minutemen. I don't know.
We already
Whatever.
talked about the odds of winning a perfect one.
Bible man.
Would the Crusaders be
Bible man.
based on a man?
Yeah, men.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Many
Okay.
men.
Yeah, there's a lot
Many
of men ones.
crusading
What
men.
about the Blue Devils?
Yeah. Well,
Well, no, that's the
that's
devil.
a spiritual. Yeah.
That's a spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Angels, Blue Devils. That's about it, I guess.
blue. And the final statistic that is
Those
my-
Angels, they're really racking up the championships.
doctors report that there is a 50% rise in the number of vasectomies during the NCAA tournament because guys get to be laid up for 2 or 3 days on the couch. And this is like the season for that. So guys will go in, get this
my
procedure done.
Because so
Oh,
what you're
because
saying is they
recovery.
have to,
Right,
they
they
get it
have to
done
be
now.
home.
So
No,
that they have a,
no, not because they're like, hey, I don't want to have any more kids. I just decided. No, it's because of the post-op. It's like elective surgery that they're like, oh yeah, I'll get this done on
I have
Monday.
to take
and-
3 days off of work and
Right.
sit on the couch all day.
Right. Yeah.
And nobody can
but a
criticize me.
50% increase. So that's like a thing that people do.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a weird stat, but it was by far my favorite stat. So happy March Madness, everyone. Very good luck. What are you guys doing?
We're all pulling for you out
You
here.
guys going to be all laid up on the couch or just active?
I'm getting a tremendous amount of voluntary surgery.
I'll be in Lebanon, dealing with, a crisis,
Yeah,
refugees.
I'm sure.
You guys can enjoy your basketball.
Yeah.
But,
I'll be working
I plan on it.
for IJM. Yeah, freeing slaves for IJM.
All right, that'll do it for Slices. Stay tuned. Up next, Judah Smith.
I'm looking like I'm gonna get it, you probably don't get it. I come in your house with a microphone looking like I'm about to set up a show in your kitchen. I'm out of my mind, but I feel like I'm in it. If I never make it, don't make any difference. I'm still gonna kill it. You know what the deal is. I never know chillin' when I'm in the building, and F is a monster. I am a villain. My music is sick and you don't know what ill is. You better get back, I don't write any filler. I write what I feel and I'm feeling a million, so you better be quiet, you hear it? I'm about to lose it. I'm on a whole different level of music. Don't treat me like I have no clue how to do this. You better rethink what you're thinking and move. Now picture me writing when I was a kid trying to make it in music. I think it is crazy. I spent all my money on studio time trying to get on my music so people could play it. Keep it 100, my music was terrible. Learn to get better the more that I made. Go back to my Moments album. Most of you people, you probably don't know what I'm saying. Hold up.
You're listening to NF. The song is Intro from the upcoming album Mansion. Well, this week's interview is brought to you by Squarespace, the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Do you guys remember building a website before Squarespace existed? Did you ever have to attempt one?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
It was awful.
Installing templates for WordPress and stuff. It was just so difficult.
I did it. I did one. I had to do a college class where we had to do coding. And it was absolutely you would just press show me the page or whatever. You would save your text file and view it. And it would just be insanity. It was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's gotten better.
Squarespace has raised the game a little bit. It's simple, powerful, beautiful, and for only $8 a month, you get a free domain if you buy Squarespace for the year. All their sites, all their templates have responsive design. It looks great on any device. There's even e-commerce and cover pages, a feature that allows you to set up a beautiful one-page online presence in minutes. You can start a trial with no credit card required and start building your website today. When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use the offer code RELEVANT to get 10% off your first purchase and to show your support for the Relevant Podcast. We thank Squarespace for their support of our show. Squarespace, build it beautiful. Judah Smith is known to many as Justin Bieber's pastor. He hangs out with Bubba Watson and Russell Wilson, but he's probably best known as the leader of the rapidly growing City Church in Seattle. He wrote a book a couple years ago called Jesus is Blank, and it made the New York Times bestseller chart. He has a brand new book called Life is Blank, which is a follow-up to Jesus Is, and it just released a couple weeks ago. It's kind of like the format of the first book, but this new one asks readers to fill in the blank on an age-old question of the purpose of our existence. The release of Life Is will be celebrated by a 10-city speaking tour this spring, and he's joining us now. Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Oh, my privilege. Thanks for having me, guys.
So every time I follow you on social media and stuff, and it seems like every post you're in a different city with more famous people. Where are you right now?
I am at my kitchen table. I just jumped out of the shower, way too many details, right? And I am going to get picked up here in 20 minutes to go to LA for church tonight. And my wife and I are trying to pack, and I realized that my bag is still unpacked from the last trip to LA. So yeah, that's a little bit of snapshot into my unorganized life.
Wow. So actually, I've wondered about this. So since I saw you a couple years ago, you've started a church gathering in LA, and obviously you're still pastoring in Seattle. How do you juggle that?
Well, it was an accident. The whole thing's an accident. My whole life feels like an accident. But I was literally doing a one-time Bible study for my friend Jason Kennedy from E! News, literally almost 3 years exactly. And there was 8, 9, anywhere from 8 to 12 of his friends there. And I don't know, 85% of the people in the room, whatever it was, 7 or 8 people there decided to follow Jesus. And so then he looked at me and he's like, what do I do now? And I'm like, well, in a couple of months, I'm back in the OC for a conference, whatever. I'll swing by your house. We'll do another one of these. And he's like, okay. So then all of those people brought friends. A bunch of them decided to follow Jesus. And so before we knew it, we had 70 to 90 people in his living room. The neighborhood literally called the association, called the cops. This is ridiculous. And so somebody in the room was like, well, look, I got this connection at a hotel in Beverly Hills. We can get a good deal. Of course, good deal is relative in Beverly Hills. When anyone tells you they have a good deal for you in Beverly Hills, it's not that good of a deal. But so we rented out the ballroom at the Montage, and it's insane, man. It's a lot more people now, and tonight we're at the Beverly Wilshire for just one service. That their grand ballroom that seats about 1,200 people. So it's crazy.
And you said that it started 5 years ago?
3 years ago, just 3 years ago. Yeah, in Jason's living room.
So are you? I mean, in your mind, is this a church or is this still a Bible study?
Yeah. Well, I think if you walked into the room, you'd be like, yeah, bro, this is definitely not a Bible study. This is a church. This is because for me, a church is community, right? Like it's this community of people that want to do life together, love Jesus, love people, love life. And so, yeah, it's a full on community and it's an extension of who we are and what we're doing. So as far as we're concerned, we pastor churches in Seattle and LA, and then we started a community in Guadalajara.
Wow. And the LA one is actually probably how you've gotten connected over the last few years with so many behind the scenes, kind of so many famous people and had influence in that world, which is kind of unheard of for like a pastor, from Seattle to have such influence with kind of the Hollywood scene. It's been amazing to watch.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, it's insane. And of course, the vast majority of people that I get to pastor and encourage are not in the limelight or well known, but I'm willing to help anyone and everyone, and certainly people who have influence or got a lot of eyeballs on them, they probably need just as much, if maybe not a bit more, encouragement and someone in their world who's not trying to get anything from them, just trying to get something to them. So
how do you juggle that? How do you stay grounded? I mean, how do you not get swept up in all that hype that's in LA?
Oh, man. I think we're all designed as creatures for community. And I think maybe pastors are the worst. And I don't mean to call out my own kind, but I think we lead communities, but we oftentimes don't benefit from the community. And we kind of forget that we are a part of the community. Just because we lead it doesn't mean that we don't get to be in it and surrounded by it and encouraged by it. And so I just feel like I'm kind of I get to benefit, and these are my friends, and our staff to me is not employees as much as they're my family, and we've got a real passion for longevity on our team, and we're not really performance driven as much as we're people driven, and so I feel like I'm surrounded by the best people in the world. Obviously, my wife of 15 years and our 3 kids, and I'm doing life with my best friends. And so it's really hard to get weird and bizarre and selfish and arrogant when you're, surrounded by the same people for 15, 20, plus years.
Absolutely. Oh, well, all right, let's shift gears.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had this is Eddie, by the way. Hello.
Hey, Eddie.
Nice to meet you. So Jesus was obviously a huge book. A ton of people read it and were shaped by it. What was kind of the genesis behind kind of doing another round, or at least another book in sort of the similar fashion and to write Life Is? What was kind of behind that for you?
Yeah, and thanks for asking. I really appreciate it. And again, super grateful that you guys are helping us get the message out. It really means a lot. And we fully support Relevant, by the way. Just want to throw that in there.
Sweet.
But I kind of a prequel to the Jesus Is project, to be honest. The name Jesus for some people is very polarizing and intimidating and misunderstood and challenging. And so kind of before we answer the all-important question of who is the most compelling person who's ever lived, which I believe is Jesus, let's fill in another blank that's also incredibly imperative, and that is, what are we sucking oxygen on planet Earth for? What's the point of it all? Is it education, to have a good job, to make good money, to marry a good spouse, to have good kids, and to go so they can go to a good school and make good money and have a good spouse? And what's the point of it all? Why am I here? And so it's hopefully like if Jesus is blank is like for some of your friends and people that maybe aren't familiar with scripture, Jesus are a little bit like, whoa, bro, like that's not for me. It's the idea that maybe Life Is it provides another platform that's a little more inviting and a little more engaging. And obviously I fill in the blank the way that I feel it should be filled in based on ancient scripture and what I believe about God and Jesus. But the point is, hey, this is what I believe. What do you believe? And deep down inside, I am kind of hoping that a lot of people get their hands on this and inspires and propels them into conversations they otherwise wouldn't have had.
Yeah. I don't want to give too much away for people that haven't seen the book, but I know that one of the things you talk about is life being about enjoying God and that idea. But for even for people that are Christians, that idea is easier said than done. Can you talk a little bit about what that means and what you write about in the book when it comes to actually enjoying God in our life?
Yeah, I think somewhere along the line, probably in ancient times, this idea of God became this somber, sober, kind of experience, and God becomes this cosmic killjoy, and he is this, he's got this 2x4 in heaven, and he's just really just ticked at everybody and hates the fact that we're laughing and that we have jokes and that we're having, a nice glass of wine with friends and we're enjoying entertainment and movies and theater. And like God is like, I just wish you were all wearing long robes and humming, like, why are you having so much fun? And of course, when you go back to the ancient scripture and you go back to our story, which starts in this garden, by the way, the garden, like, have we looked at the elements of the garden lately? There's ridiculous amounts of natural sugar. There is gold in the rivers. There is no clothes. Like, I mean, do I need to go any further? Sugar, gold, and nudity. Like, this is like, hello, this is like the best party I've ever heard of. Like, this is unbelievable. And it's all like, God's present, and he loves it and approves of it, and it's beautiful. And so, I mean, you can't, if you really kind of takes a second and pause and go, wait a minute, from the beginning, the original atmosphere, clearly God intended for us to have enjoyment and fun and rest and relaxation and sex and sugar and art and beauty and waterfront properties, and all these things are kind of there. And then, of course, that scripture about Jesus where it says Jesus was anointed with the oil of joy above his companions. Like, it's antiquated, verbiage, of course, it's ancient, but for us today, it would be like Jesus, like, had the best sense of humor. Jesus was super fun, super funny. He laughed. I mean, of course he has a sense of humor. Look at all of, what he created. Like, he enjoys laughter. And I mean, the Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength. Like, what is that? What does that mean? It means that we, of all people on the planet, as Jesus followers, should be having the most fun. And of course, fun for us is awesome because God defines it with these beautiful boundaries, and that it's still fun in the morning. Like, if it's not fun in the morning, I don't think it's fun. Like, if we wake up next to some stranger we don't even know her name or his name, it's like, how is that fun? That's kind of a sick form of torture and torment. And so I'm just a big proponent of us redefining fun, representing fun. I think Jesus is extraordinary. He's amazing. He's compelling. He's fun. He wants us to live this beautiful, adventurous, colorful, awesome life. And I think we have a mandate and a responsibility as Jesus followers to make sure that we're amplifying that and we're representing that and reflecting that.
What do you think about, I'm always curious about, someone interacts with this book, they got it, they heard about it on the show, they pick it up, and they're reading it, they close it. What do you hope for them is kind of their next step, their first interaction with this whole idea?
Yeah, it's such a good question. I think, I've closed my eyes, to be honest, and kind of pictured what would happen. For me, I never want to write a book that I don't have kind of a picture in my mind and a kind of an ethos or a passion of what I see. And I guess at the end of the day, I closed my eyes and saw, like, someone with even, for instance, gray hair who's known Jesus for a long time, but somewhere along the line, a bit of tradition and custom seeped in so much that it lost its luster and it lost its beauty and it's lost its originality and its individuality. This intimate romance with God. I see tears going down old saints, eyes and cheeks, and they're sitting in their room going, God, I forgot how beautiful you are and amazing you are. And then, like, I see, a young person in their bedroom and maybe they press pause on some ridiculous show they're watching, and they're just thumbing through this book that a friend gave them, and they're a proclaimed atheist or a proclaimed agnostic, or and I just see them in their room, and they're flipping the book open right in the middle because it's really kind of that kind of a book, like you could just grab it, and I see them just reading a few phrases and all of a sudden kind of getting engaged and considering. And then again, I'm just obsessed with people crying, but like I see the teenager crying and going, oh my gosh, there is something more than just serving myself and self-gratification. And, there is a God. And I just see maybe the Spirit of Jesus, really visiting people as they just thumb through these pages. And I just, to me, it's not about, do you read the whole book cover to cover? I certainly hope so. But the point is, I just hope that God would use a couple of these phrases and words, simple words on this little book that'll be here today, gone tomorrow, but it would use them to propel them into what's eternal and what really matters. And that's connecting with their Creator. And so, I got a dream, man, from saints to the person who's maybe the furthest away from God, or so they think and feel, that they'd really have a genuine encounter with a loving, gracious, amazing God.
That's awesome. I'm in the middle of the book now. I'm really enjoying it. It's really great. And
Thanks.
hey, I just want to say, Eddie is never going to let us live it down that you said he asked the best question.
No,
So
but I agree with you.
How could you, Judah?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, let me just say this: you have no idea the monster you just created.
Yeah.
My sincere apologies.
we know you have to go. Have a safe trip down to LA. Thanks for joining us on the show.
My privilege. Thanks guys.
man.
Again.
Go Seahawks.
Yes.
I don't need it. I don't want to build another. I don't love it. I won't be to fight another. When the sun sets down, when the sun sets down, gunpowder washes streets with Indian blood. And the seeds of revolution will grow tight around our children's necks like nooses that
You're listening to our next guest, The Last International. The song is Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Indian Blood.
Oh.
The Last International is an activist rock band from New York City whose music fuses the powerful storytelling and working class concerns of classic folk and blues with the rabble-rousing spirit of punk rock.
Rabble-rousing. I like that.
Not afraid to make their beliefs crystal clear, often singing about issues concerning Native American rights, economic justice, and fighting the growing tide of apathy in America. The band has released a few albums, including last year's We Will Reign. On the album, the band added former Rage Against the Machine drummer Brad Wilk to the mix to help create a raw, real, and rebel-rocking album. We've covered them in the magazine a couple times, and our very own Tyler Huckabee recently spoke to them. Here is The Last International.
you walk around with your head in the ground. You talking loud, but don't make the sound. You can't speak to power in the killing field.
Can you just give me the recap of how you guys met and became a band?
Yeah, sure. Delilah and I had met through mutual friends in New York City, and she was like the only other person my age who not only could sing absolutely amazing, but was someone who had the same interest in folk and blues music as me. So naturally we just clicked and chemistry was great. We started working together. And then a couple of months ago, we had met Brad Wilk through his old bandmate, Tom Morello. We were in search for a drummer, and he recommended Brad, and he sent over a message to Brad. Brad called us back the next day. We got in a room, and the chemistry was absolutely great with him as well. So we just jammed for 2 weeks and then went to the studio and cut an album with Brendan O'Brien in 2 weeks' time.
The road behind has disappeared, drowned in the memories of your tears, and a shadow, but it's still too near. No one to trust or choose to speak. I am the enemy that I fear. Lord, forgive me when the smoke clears. Don't try to find me. Don't worry where I am, or you will wind up another wanted man.
It seems like you guys you come from a little bit of a different age than a lot of bands out there right now. Like, I listen to Last International and I think more of like folk music, like stuff from the early 60s and 50s. Was that an intentional thing on your part? Is that what you mean when you say it was hard to find somebody who could channel that like Delilah could?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's all we listened to. Like, we shut out modern music for quite a few years, actually, and all we'd listen to is, like Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Elmore James, like all these old blues and folk music, even music from different countries like Victor Haro. We were just obsessed with protest songs and songs of the people. So we were just like obsessed with that stuff. We'd listen to it and study it day and night.
Lost for me.
you guys start putting some of those words together or creating protest songs, do you feel like that in any way limits the appeal of your band? Because not everybody's going to agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not everyone's going to agree, but I will say this. A lot of our songs, or actually all of our songs that are considered controversial, or any of our message that's considered controversial, is only controversial in America. That's been our experience. As soon as you leave America, there's nothing controversial about what we're saying. It's actually, to a lot of people, it's considered common sense what we're saying. You know, only someone who has vested interest in war or someone who's ignorant is going to agree with the war in Iraq, for example. When you leave America, no one agrees with it, and with war especially. And the reason for it is because you have a different media system. They're not misinformed.
Hold your battleground where the hammer sound. Hold your battleground till the final round.
I mean, your music is also kind of a throwback to another era. Do you feel like that is like protest just kind of sounds better coming from more of a rock and roll vibe than like an electronica one or some of the more chill wave stuff that's been happening a lot in the music scene in 2014?
I personally, I think protest music for me has been best. Well, it's not within any specific genre. I mean, folk obviously is very political, and same thing with punk rock. Not anymore necessarily, but the roots of folk and especially folk music is to pretty much it's music created by the community, and it's going to reflect community issues. Not so much anymore because the community's been torn apart. With punk rock, it's the same thing. It started off that way. There was great protest music within that genre, and same thing with hip hop. Hip hop to me was very political when it started out, and in some ways it still has its rebelliousness. But a lot of the politics or its anti-authoritarianism isn't necessarily there anymore. So, I mean, even like you take a song like NWA's The Police. How many rappers today are actually saying the police? Or how many musicians, for that matter, are saying that? Very few. So I think, protest music could be expressed in any genre.
What do you think it is that's resonating? Like something's clicking with fans, something's clicking with audiences. If you had to sum up what you feel like it is that you guys are delivering that's really resonating, what do you think that would be?
I would say that for us, I know that whatever we do, we put 100% into, and we have nothing else going on but this for the most part. Like, we dedicate every waking moment to this, to music and to art and to changing the world. And when we hit the stage, I think people sense that. They it's not like a lot of other like modern bands where they like each band member is in 5 different bands, and they can't focus just on one project for life. And the music is very influenced by anything that's out today, or they're influenced by what's on the radio, or they're chasing trends. This band doesn't do that. This band doesn't even know what the trends are or what's on top 10 radio for the most part. So, in a sense, the band is an anachronism, but if you hear the record, it doesn't sound outdated. I personally think that this is the future of music, that music has to get back to the roots, to borrow, and continue in the footsteps of bands like, starting from Robert Johnson all the way through the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and punk bands like Dead Kennedys and so on and so forth. Like, I think that's the future of music, and if you are raw about it and you actually play your instruments and just don't rely on modern technologies or the latest trends, I think that's a good formula. And as long as you can write great songs, of course, and you can actually play or sing, I think the people pick up on it and they gravitate towards it. And quite frankly, I don't know many other bands out there that are really putting themselves on the line to better society or to change the world. And I'm not saying that they're better than any other band or the Messiah. Far from it. I'm just saying that what we're doing, we believe 100%, and we believe in this as much as Bob Dylan believed in himself when he got to deal with Columbia, and he wanted to pretty much conquer the world. We believe in this, Like, we believe in this just as much as any other band, that we believed in growing up. And so for us, it's something really special. That's what I mean by it.
That was The Last International. Check them out on Twitter at TLI Music. You're listening to Arrow Flynn. The song is D. Oh man, the song is capital D lowercase k / capital P lowercase I. So
DK over pi.
Is that true?
I think. Maybe.
pi.
That sounds like something Martin Luther would say.
Classic Luther.
Yeah, that's a Luther burn right there. That's Luther. Someone getting served by Luther right there.
Hold on.
Boom! I'm now Lutheran.
Have you and Jesse both been bleeped today?
I think we've all been bleeped at some point.
I don't think
today.
I've gotten bleeped.
You got bleeped?
Eddie, I bleep you every week. At some
do I
point.
bleep? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Jack,
be 100% by the end of the show.
Yeah, can you just throw like a couple random unnecessary bleeps in Judah's interview?
but Judah.
Quote Judah Smith.
Judah and I had a pretty good moment.
Oh, Tyler.
See, he's never gonna let us.
What did I miss?
Well, everybody got a chance to ask some questions.
Except Tyler, because Judah was on Tyler's line.
Yeah,
right?
but he did say
the interviewer.
He did say that was a great question.
That was a phenomenal question.
I think Cameron, did you kind of read that as like a sympathy response?
Oh, that was a good question.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like
that's
you say to a toddler,
right?
Like, oh, you went poo poo.
Yeah. I think it was a profound moment for him.
Good poo poo. It's time for your feedback.
His next book is going to be called
a life-changing question.
His next book is called Eddie Is. And then just a blank.
Oh, I can fill in that blank. Here we
Awesome.
go. It's time for your feedback.
That's next week's question of the week.
What is Eddie?
Yeah.
What's the chapter names for Eddie Is?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Last week, we asked you to tweet us why you should join the show next week. The context of this was that Jesse brought a slice about a bed and breakfast up in the Northeast that was doing an essay contest, and the winner of the essay contest would win the bed and breakfast. Like, they would take ownership of it. And we thought we need to have more essay contests to win things in our society.
Yeah.
And so we said, hey, one of the prizes could be like, if you want to join the show, come on Slices, bring a slice, be part of the cast for next week's show.
Yeah.
So we want to do an essay contest, but we have very short attention spans. So we wanted to limit it to 140 characters. So we asked you guys to tweet us or within 140 characters, post on the podcast episode page why you should join the show next week. Man, a lot of you want to be on the show. That's what we've learned.
I was impressed. Yeah. There's a lot of worthy entries here.
A lot of worthy entries. So what we thought we'd do is go through some of our favorites and read them to you, and then announce our choice for who's going to join us on the show.
And should we publicly just say everyone that didn't keep it to 140 characters and just say their name with a big
Well, thanks for paying attention. Yeah. Well, on Twitter, they have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Although we did get a couple part 1, part 2, part 3s, which I thought again is circumventing.
Cheating.
It's still it's a thought that counts.
I gotta say, Michael Lucera out of the gate on the he said
strong start.
Well, yeah, and it was actually great. He was like, because I've contributed about 250 pages worth of transcriptions to the show's archive wiki. That's roughly a third of the entire show. It is pretty phenomenal.
So it is amazing what he does. Now, I have to say, as a judge, not the sole judge, but as a judge, what I was looking for is that the actual tweet made me laugh. The actual tweet gave me a sense of what personality you're going to bring to the show, not a resume. You know what I mean?
I think Michael
He goes in the Hall of
the
Fame.
Decision is, deserves some recognition.
He goes in the Hall of Fame, Podcast Hall of Fame, regardless.
Yeah.
For his
And
contribution
we're not saying
to
he
the show.
did or didn't win. I'm just saying I think that was strong out of the gate.
Yeah.
Nobody's here when you pitched the contest last week, but the rule was it was a why you should be on the show, right? Like kind of an essay type answer.
Yeah, we want to know in 140 characters why you should be on the show. And what I was looking for, we're all looking for different things. I was looking for somebody who clearly is going to be able to hang with the humor. You know what I'm saying?
For an example, someone who played it, kind of, I think how some of us envision that, because my wife's cousin's grandma's nephew on her husband's side is, wait for this, guys, Dennis Quaid.
Cool.
Who's this?
Kind of a big deal. Hashtag star power. His name's
deal.
Aaron. He posted it on the podcast page.
Okay.
I would have been more impressed if it was Randy Quaid.
On Twitter, a lot of people answered the question in 140 characters. Gave us 140 characters why they should be on the show. The spoof account Jessica Carey gave us 140 characters in 140 tweets. Each tweet named a character. And so literally there's 140 consecutive tweets of naming 140 characters, like Ron Swanson, Cardinal Bird, VC Commander, Shadana.
I get
literally
jokes.
each tweet was a name of a character and tweeted. Oh, so that one clogged our feed for the morning of Monday. But yeah, I thought I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
I'm pretty impressed with Griffin Campbell, who tweeted us about some cheap Ray-Bans.
Oh man. Okay, here's my no.
He's been burning midnight oil.
No, it wasn't just that one. There was like 4 or 5 tweets.
yeah.
Here's my question to you people. If you get a spam tweet about cheap Ray-Bans, why would you click the link? Because now I'm going to get a tweet from you about the cheap Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Do we not know this is how it works?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, guys. So you're telling me there's no cheap Ray-Bans involved? Who did I give my credit card information to?
You got to get those Ray-Bans. It'd be so nice to get a nice a pair for the summer.
Caleb Harlow wrote on the podcast episode page, and this one it really connected with me on a personal level because I feel like he just gets it. I have a lot of talents to bring to the podcast, but ellipses, I'm too lazy to write the whole 140 characters on my abilities.
Chris Morphew said. Chris Morphew said on Twitter, Aussie school chaplain and author seeks warm, easygoing podcast for friendship, laughs, and maybe more. We'll get up early. XO.
Wow. Yes, wow.
Justin wrote, learned about the podcast 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Went back and started from the beginning. So far, I've listened to 250 episodes. #addicted. 250 episodes in 5 months.
Astonishing.
Oh, 5 months.
Golly.
Is that like how many days are in 5 months? What's that? 150 days. So he's listening to more than one a day.
Gracious.
So that's 2 to 4 hours a day of this inane babble.
Justin, you are an impressive human.
Shelly 9103 said, because I support men that wear yoga pants. So sorry, you didn't win.
You're disqualified.
You got my vote, though.
Well, Stacy, this is a compelling one. Stacy Hosler on the episode page said, I'm not saying this is my destiny, but I will say this. There is a lot of laughter when I bring slices in my mirror at home.
A compelling argument was made by Alyssa Raymer here, who says, I catch myself joining the conversation as I listen, so it only makes sense that you guys should be able to actually hear me too.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Pretty
That's
good.
logic.
Nathan said, because I have about half of the on-air personality of Lauren. Or Laura? I don't know. I've quit paying attention.
Oh, nice.
Well played.
Yeah.
Luke says, because I live in Detroit and have an update on the slice about a Sasquatch squatting in an abandoned house. #callback. I'm actually curious as to what his update is and if he's witnessed it firsthand. So I don't know if he's going to be on for slices. But Luke, please follow up, at least on the feedback page.
If you could ASAP that.
on this week's to tell us what that update is.
All right. Well, there's a lot of them, but okay. So you guys can join in, read them. There's discuss this. I mean, this is like gonna be the conversation that engulfs the nation. I can already tell. But we've made our choice. We've made our choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say the name and I'm going to read the tweets of why. Here it is. Our winner, who's going to join us on the show next week, is Kiki Pounds.
Yeah.
Or actually, now Kiki Gibbs. It's her Twitter name is Kiki is Dumb. And here's the first tweet we got from her. So, how many times can we enter? Do we only get one tweet? Is this my one tweet? So that was one. And then now she's getting into reasons. She tweeted, I once had a hashtag dedicated to getting me on the podcast. 2 people tweeted it. Another one. The podcast and people that tweeted at it were once used as evidence to get me fired. She got fired because of the podcast and people that tweeted at it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to know the circumstances of that firing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll have to
That's
know.
she's intriguing us. Now we've got to get her on. She also said, I'll take off work and help explain any confusing science slices.
Yeah.
Because
I have
she's
a
a
lot of
scientist.
questions.
He's a scientist.
We
Yeah.
have more questions.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical of science, but I will ask her my questions.
So she's like, I have some more. I should be on the podcast because soon I'll be hiking the Appalachian Trail and not have the show for 4 months. She's going to hike it for 4 months straight.
Can I?
She's like the most interesting woman in the world. She's a scientist who's going on an Appalachian hike.
Yeah.
Who evidently got fired from being a scientist, which I didn't even know you could do.
Yeah.
and has never apparently heard of an iPhone or an iPod and can't take the show
how's
with
she
her.
going to charge it?
What, at any of the places where you can plug in stuff along the way? It's not like you're empty. There's like shelters with plugs the whole way.
Okay.
this
She
is
said
a-
it's been over 8 years since the first time she wrote into the podcast, and that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
8 years. And then the last one, she says, I claim to have, quote, friends in Orlando who, when retelling stories from the podcast. Let's make it the truth, sort of. So she really does. She talks. I have friends in Orlando who and she feels weird because she's never spoken to us. So
Yes, and I want to also make a case, and I think I direct messaged her about this one time that I want her to change her Twitter handle from Kiki is dumb to Kiki is awesome or something a little more self-affirming. So we'll work on
That's
that
the
with her.
counselor in you.
That is something we'll work on that next week.
I've interacted with her on Twitter as well. She's a spitfire. She's got what it takes.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It's going to be a fun
be
time.
fun.
Thanks to everybody who's written in. You all are aces in our book. I don't know what that means.
And you would have done a better job on slices than me.
Yeah,
certainly.
really,
So,
that's the thing.
yeah.
And for you guys that skirted the rules and went more than 140 characters or whatever, I like it because I play by my own rules too, and I get that, man.
Yeah. None of you would have done a better job on the Judah Smith interview, though. Nailed
Gosh.
it.
I mean,
I'm a golden god.
All right. Well, I won't be here, so I guess Kiki will be
right.
filling in for me.
We should have her.
We should have her host the show.
I was going to say, we should see. She's listened to so many of these episodes. I'd like to hear her do all the transition bumps on the show next week.
Okay, maybe she's not sent for slices because
maybe-
she's been such a long
Maybe
timer.
she sits in for the whole show. And I send her the one sheet beforehand. And
See what she does with it.
It's the week of. She
so
does
you're
the transitions.
suggesting that we get her to guest host the show?
Yes.
So Kiki will guest host the show before Jesse and me. So just to be real clear, Jess.
Hey, she's been listening longer than you.
She has been listening longer
That's
than
true.
me, but not Jesse.
That's true. That's true. She doesn't predate Jesse.
Well, you still got
But
your.
she will be guest hosting before me, which I guess because she's such a dedicated listener.
I
we
guess
can allow.
that is pretty good.
Eddie, you still got your Judah Smith question. So
All right, so there you go. Well, that'll do it for last week's feedback. Now it's time for this week's.
Editorial question of the week.
Well, early in the show, we told you guys the story of Jesse coming to the Magic Cavs game and sitting down on the court and locking up. I mean, yeah, his mouth was full with cookies the whole time, but just kind of he froze in the moment.
And that's not like me.
Yeah, it's not like him at all. And it's because I think he just wasn't mentally prepared to have, like, he didn't have material to yell. You know,
right.
And then we learned about the Martin Luther, source material and all of his stuff. And we thought we would open source this thing that for the next time Jesse is in a situation where he should be yelling punny or funny, kind of get in their head type things at somebody. It might be a sporting event. It might be, a church conference. I don't know. Insults, but not crossing the line. Clever ones.
Some people for everyone else will be laughing, and the other person it stings just a little.
Just a little. Yeah. That's the key for my stuff. Is I try to get my section laughing a little bit, but just enough you're jabbing at the player that it's funny,
Right.
So, and we thought Martin Luther has mastered this thing. We need to help Jesse out.
Right.
So we want to know, we want you to tell us insults that Jesse can yell next time he's in a situation to yell insults. So he doesn't lock up and mess up the moment.
Right.
I will bring them like in a little notepad that I'll pull out of my pocket and be able to reference.
Maybe we'll make a meme or an app of on rotation.
You press the button
Picture of
and
Jesse that you
hilarious
write in
insult.
block. All caps on.
Yeah. So insults for Jesse to yell next time he's within yelling distance at an event where it's appropriate to yell.
I am just
insults.
scrolling through insults in my head, trying not to get bleeped too much.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
You
We don't want to bleep your comment on the podcast either.
You're not
But-
Martin.
but
You don't
we
have the
kinda
same
do.
panache as Martin Luther, so you're going to get bleeped
I did want.
if you say something profane.
Right. So yeah, no profanity. You'll get kicked out of a Magic game for profanity. You don't want to get kicked out. It's got to be witty. All right. So hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast. You can also post your suggestions in the comments section on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com. And they will read yours next week. Now, this isn't fair because I could use some of this material because there's still another month in the season, but I won't be here to...
Well, if there's an overwhelming amount of content that comes in, Jesse doesn't need all of it.
That's
we
true.
can save some for
Some
you.
of it I'm going to just own for me, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Many thanks to The Last International for talking to us. Make sure to check out their new album, We Will Reign. You'll like it. And thanks to Judah Smith for sitting in with us. It was fun doing it with everybody. It
was cool.
Yeah.
How do you think it went, Eddie?
I mean, I think it went better than most. He's a really nice guy.
Up until a certain point, it was a very enjoyable interview.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell people when I thought it went
extremely
when the focus went off of Judah, but
Yeah, there was a moment I would say in the interview that was memorable. That I think all of us will remember.
Make sure to pick up his new book, Life is Blank. It's out now. You can find it at lifeisbook.tv, and you can follow Judah on Twitter at Judah Smith if you don't already. Thanks to our sponsors, Stamps.com. Make sure to use promo code RELEVANT when you visit there for a very special offer and free stuff and discounts. It's great. And Squarespace.com. Use promo code RELEVANT for 10% off your first purchase. I like both of those services on the computer.
Yeah.
They're very good.
They're awesome.
Yeah. Hey, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/relevant, where every week we post video extracts from the show. And if you haven't subscribed to Relevant Magazine, now is a great time to do it. Our new issue is in design now. It's about to go to the printer. And if you subscribe now, you'll be sure to get our May issue.
Oh, that's cool.
And you get instant access to the iPad and Android apps. And you get access to the entire magazine archives, more than 12 years of issues on our website when you subscribe. So
Can I plug one more thing?
Sure.
I'm going to be appearing at the Laugh Factory. I'll be at the Laugh Factory and then at Giggles Taco House. No, what are you going to say?
Giggles Taco House. They have great white sauce.
It's so good. Yeah. Comedy and tacos. That's all you'd ever want. Go ahead, Jesse.
I was going to say, like us on Facebook if you don't already. Because we post a lot of interesting things there, and there's a lot of interesting conversations that podcast listeners should know.
Okay, interesting conversation is in air quotes.
Some of the most heated conversations on the internet are happening on our Facebook page, and we need the good sense of podcast listeners.
That's what I'm saying. Let's ask.
Wisdom of podcast fans.
We like the podcast listeners. Please go like us on Facebook so your voice can overwhelm the crazies.
Because there are some people writing some
for all
really
of our fans, but some more than others.
Because there is some good weekly advice that just gets demolished. That would be nice. Nice to have a friend.
I will say this. There are some writers. I'm thinking of one guy in particular for the website that is very sensitive to any comment.
He gets absolutely destroyed on a weekly basis.
He needs validation and affirmation.
He needs podcast listeners.
He's not
to
freaking out
step
as
up.
much anymore about it being posted as he's learned to trust the process, but it's still hurting him.
Yeah, I mean,
This
it's
guy.
not like he gets compliments from Judah Smith every day that can build him back up. So please go be the Judah Smith for him every other day. Like us on Facebook.
All right, on that note, we'll wrap it up. I won't be here next week. Hopefully, I'll come back. Hopefully, I'll make it back and I won't die in the Middle East.
I guess that's...
So,
we hope that
so
too.
I just want to tell you guys all that I love you, and it's been a blast, just in case.
Please don't do that. This
No,
is
just
like
in
final
case,
word stuff.
Just in case. I love you
Yeah.
guys. It's been awesome. And,
But this is going to be a real weird
Kiki
moment
will
that we
do
look back
great.
on if
Yeah.
We'll miss you all the time, Cameron.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll see you guys doing so. All right, I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Eddie Koffels. Got beeped. Go, keep going.
Even Martin Luther wouldn't go there.
I got beeped.
You not pay attention. Rules were simple, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie, real quick reminder: the rules for the outro are very clear. There's only one: don't use profanity. Racial slurs or profanity off the table. Got it? Okay, let's go.
It's a real simple format. I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Jesse Carey. I'm
Tyler Huckabee.
All right, they'll see you next week. Hopefully I'll see you in 2.
Thanks for listening to The Relevant Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter @Relevant Podcast and get bonus material from this episode at the podcast section at relevantmagazine.com. And don't forget to check out the magazine. It's available on newsstands and at the iTunes App Store, or you can subscribe online at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
I don't need Uncle Sam with all his fancy equipment that causes no environmental damage.